are at Timberock at Hopkins Farms, and I am with Agnew Hopkins, a family member here near Simpsonville, South Carolina. Agnew, this farm was a traditional row crop farm for a long time, but y'all saw the handwriting on the wall and you decided to embrace the future. How are you becoming sustainable at Timberock?
Well, Amanda, it's been a long journey, but right now I am involved with poultry, so heritage poultry, and I have 4 different breeds. I have American Standard Bronze Turkey, Delaware Chicken, New Hampshire Chickens, and Pearl Guineas.
Now, what is heritage mean exactly, and why did you choose these particular breeds?
Well, a heritage bird is one, first of all, it can naturally mate and breed. Also, it has a slow growth rate. And I chose heritage breeds because they need to be conserved. And it's all about conservation. And these particular birds are endangered, believe it or not, but they are. And so that's one of the reasons I chose these breeds.
And then with these turkeys, I think that they are have been raised to be ready for Thanksgiving tables. Tell me about getting these turkeys to the point where at Thanksgiving they're going to be sitting there ready to be carved up.
Well, it's a process. It takes about 6 months. Mm-hmm. You know, I've hatched this year's birds. I hatched myself, and they hatched in early April. So I'll be able to take them to the processor in about the 1st of October, 2nd week of October. And you're looking at about 24 weeks is when you would want to go to the processor with your birds. So kind of word of mouth, kind of doing my own marketing. And so it's been really good. People have reached out to me.
Now with ducks and chickens and guinea, you're going to have eggs that you can carry to the farmers market in Greenville. And is that really getting people excited? Do people like knowing where their food comes from?
They sure do. They do, Amanda. That's one thing that I've really noticed, that people will ask a lot of questions. They want to know exactly how you're raising things, and in particular what you're feeding them. We're fortunate here at Timberock that we have enough acreage that we can let the poultry out, so they get to get out on the pasture, and I feed them organic, non-GMO feed, so they are really growing.
How does this way of being brought up and fed differently and getting to get out and walk around add to their flavor?
Well, it adds a lot, Amanda. Just by being able to turn the birds out during the day, they're able to roam and graze out on the pasture. They're eating bugs and grasshoppers, earthworms, things of that nature, organic material from the soil. And then, you know, I feed them more organic, non-GMO food daily. So it's more about exercise than anything else, in my opinion. That real dark meat, that's where a lot of your flavor is.
You have a lot of sweepings when you clean out these chicken pens, and so it seems kind of normal to have some vegetables to use all that great manure on. So let's talk about your vegetables.
Yeah, well, with a poultry farm, there's never any shortage of manure, so we want to be able to recycle the manure, and that goes on the organic garden. So when we clean out our chicken coops and turkey pens, all of that, it all goes into the mulch pile. And then we mulch during the year with the garden. And so it's you know, put right back into the soil.
I saw a pretty interesting looking pumpkin growing in your organic vegetable garden. Give me the story on that fella.
Well, it's not a pumpkin. It looks like a pumpkin, but it's actually a winter squash.
A winter squash?
Yeah, winter squash. It kind of looks and resembles Cinderella's pumpkin, but it's called, it's got a brown terracotta look when it's ripened, and then it's going to be a real dark orange on the inside. It's wonderful soup and roasted squash. It's really good. It's excellent.
I take your word on the soup being tasty, because I know you are a trained chef and actually taught yourself at Johnson & Wales, and you're using those skills now to have another function that goes on here at Timberock. Tell me about that.
Well, we have a special venue site, and it is for wedding receptions and family reunions, corporate picnics, things of that nature. And I'm able to, since I have a culinary background, I'm able to do some food service work for individuals that need it.
It looks like this is an integrated farm. I think y'all look at everything that you have here and find ways to make it feed into another part of the farm to keep it sustainable, so that there will be many more generations of Hopkins, I hope, enjoying life at Timberock. And we want to thank you for letting us have a glimpse into this wonderful facility today.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Appreciate y'all coming. And if your viewers want any additional information about Timberock, they can go to the website, Timberock at hopkinsfarm.com, or you can email me. My personal email is hopkins.agnew@yahoo.com.
Thank you very much for letting us visit with you today.
Thank you.